Alright guys, this is the 8th and final video of this series. I'm going to put together Volcanicus, and then I'm going to tear him apart and put them back on their display, because I don't display them as Volcanicus, because Volcanicus is ugly as hell. So, let's start with the legs. Usually, I make these two the legs, even though they suggest otherwise. I'm going to transform our dear friend here first. I actually prefer him for the leg, because, well, he actually works really well as a leg. I also prefer him as a leg because if you don't have both him and him being arms, well, it just looks off kilter. But the main reason that I enjoy having him as a leg is because he doesn't work very well as an arm. He didn't hold together very well when I was putting him on there, and I still don't think he holds together very well. Okay, there we go. Him set up as a leg. Oh. That. Need to actually get these things done right. Might actually help if I thought about it before I did it. Okay. That's what I get for shooting videos at 5 o'clock in the morning. Truth is, I don't often use this particular guy as a leg. A lot of the time I use slag as a leg. But ugh, that was a nasty sound. This is the main reason I don't do that. Use them that way. Okay, there's those two as the legs, and then we'll put the feet on them. I do the extended feet with the extra hands put on as the, more or less as a heel spur. It was one of the other reasons I use them as the legs, because he's way tighter when he's a leg. His hand is not very tight. Okay, and there's those two. Now we'll set them aside. Next, we'll transform these two into arms. Now, normally I don't like the big gaping hole part. They usually don't work as well. But in his case, I make an exception because I actually, well, he's my favorite Dinobot. That's the main reason why. Plus, he gets this nice, cool looking shoulder thing going on. Okay. He surprisingly holds together really well as both an arm and a leg if you can get him into the right position to begin with. Mostly because he's got multiple points of lockdown. Let's give him the right arm. And there we go. Now for Slag. Sorry, Slug. I'm sorry, Slag just sounds better. And who cares if what the English think? The English use slag, which is a term for melted metal pieces that are left over when you're working on iron. Not a derogatory term towards women. There's the last hand. As you can see, the hands are really dirty because I barely ever use them. Okay, there's those two his arms. And Grimlock, get ready to become something big. Okay. They could have done a lot better on his combined mode head. Like I said before, though, I really don't enjoy the combined mode of this one, so in fact, from what I understand, I'm not the only one who thinks it's total garbage. A lot of reviewers I've heard say the same thing. Even with the upgrade kit, they still prefer the other parts separated. I can understand that. I'll still probably have one that's always transformed into this version, but okay. And I like to put the combiner core on here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Damn it, Snarl, let go of that. He doesn't hold together as well as he should either. That's another big problem you end up with this guy. Okay. You're gonna be the left leg. You're gonna be the right leg. Come on. Stand up. Come on, Grimlock. Volcanicus, stand up. You stood for 3 months. I think you can stand up right now. Come on. Okay, let's see if I can get this adjusted. Yeah. Let's bring him up. And there he is, Volcanicus. He's very front heavy and kind of top heavy, and he pops apart way too easily. I completely agree with a lot of the people who say he's just damned ugly. I mean, he's too thin, he doesn't pop together correctly. Honestly, I don't even know why so many people want her to be part of it, because she actually looks really good when you put her up here, riding on his shoulder. Get her in a crouched position. Have her grab onto the arm, and there you go. She's ready to be displayed with him. If you can get her hand on the arm. For the longest time, these guys stood on the shelf like this, with Hot Rodimus sitting on this side from Combiner Wars. After I built the display, I broke them down and left them the way they are. But that's Volcanicus. Now you see why most people display him the other way. I hope you liked the video and enjoy. Oh yeah, next up, I'm going to do the Orthea review. I'm pretty sure that all the parts are going to be basically the same when they release them. They might use a new mold on Lancer, but I've already seen the way that Greenlight's designed, and it's the exact same mold that I used, except for her head. So I'm going to do that one next, and then I'm going to switch to single bots. I'll probably do Hot Morad Rodimus from Powers of the Prime, and then after that, I think I'll do some Star Wars. Enjoy, guys.